Whether you're watching this before the draft or after, whichever team walked up, most likely the Sixers, to take the third pick in the draft, if they did not say Trey Johnson, they just made a massive mistake. But I don't even have to take highlights to prove it to you. I'm going to take his worst statistical game of the year and let's break it down. And if you want to see a highlight of him just hitting difficult shots, they're all over the internet. But let's dive a little bit deeper into his game because I think everyone knows that already. What I'm not hearing as much about his game is how he excels as a playmaker. A guy this young that takes a lot of difficult shots normally makes a lot of stupid plays as well, and he just doesn't have that side to his game. He's willing to take the tough shots and make them, but he's also willing to make the easy play when the defense gives it to him. And those are uncommon characteristics to coincide at a young age. He's really good off the pick and roll, and he draws two and then even a third here, and he makes his jump pass to the corner for the hockey assist. He is just making the right play very often during a game. Here's another high pick and roll, and I'll freeze it here for a second, and you can see what the right play is. You gotta throw it up to Cody here on the baseline, and sure enough, he finds it. I think this will be a play that gets finished in the league. If there's a breakdown off of a curl or two defenders come his way, he's gonna make the right read. I know you love basketball if you made it this far, so give me a follow if you have a second. When I slow this next play down and he kind of catches it with his back to the basket, you can see that there's clearly a play that should have been made when he drove by his defender. I'll pause it for a second here, but Oyema should not be trying to box out for the rebound here. He should be jumping towards the rim and letting Trey Johnson be able to throw an oop to him. Once he drew 45 Northweather, Elvis is not going to be able to do anything about that lob. This is what I love about Trey Johnson, because in the next huddle, I'm no lip reader, but you can see here, he's like, hey, when I get to this spot, you got to rim run because I already have the guy on my shoulder and your defender committed. And it can take guys a lot of years to develop this kind of thought process. Here's a similar play where he draws two defenders and then Kent cuts away from the hoop and he's like, hey, you got to go. Like, you got to go towards the hoop. And when you watch it back, that whole side's clear. Obviously, there's no reason to cut to the corner there. Maybe I'm starting to find some reasons that Texas wasn't that good, even though they had Trey. There is a ton of gravity to Trey's game. He just has a pull to the defense. Obviously, not quite like Steph Curry, but that same idea. You have to know where Trey is out on the floor or else he's going to hurt you. All right, I know I've been piling on the compliments with his playmaking, and I do think he is going to be lethal off a curl and a player that even NBA defenses have to pay attention to. If I had my biggest critique on him, I would say that he has heavy feet. I don't really know a better way to put it. It's like when he gets his feet moving in a direction, it kind of has some momentum to it that he has trouble stopping. The other thing that Trey really has to learn to do is to make a second defensive effort. But what I do like to see is that when he starts taking a matchup kind of personally, he'll slide his feet. It looks like he's able to tap into something almost in a James Harden sense. Maybe he'll take a play or two off because he has an offensive load, but if it's time to lock in, he's able to.